If you live in Burlington, Milton, Georgetown, or Oakville, you are probably going to want to watch this video if you are thinking of buying or selling anytime soon, because we are going to cover how the market is doing. Now, let's get into what's happening in Halton. Specifically, we're going to be covering Burlington, Halton Hills, which is majority of the homes sold there are in Georgetown, and Milton and Oakville. So let's look at how many homes has sold last month and how it compares to the peak of the market, which was like around February and March. In Burlington, Burlington's down 72% if you compare it to the peak of the market. Now, I've been doing videos on other cities as well. Pretty much every single city is down about 70-75% compared to the peak of the market. And in December, there were 103 homes sold in Burlington, and that is down from 364. So that makes a drop of 72%. Same with Milton, 71% down. Oakville is down 77%. Only 93 homes sold in all of Oakville in all of December. Now, I do realize I'm comparing the highest point in the market to the lowest point. So obviously there is going to be a big difference. But so just for to keep things fair, I'm going to be comparing December of each year for the last 4 years to see how it compares to the last 4 years. So as I mentioned before, this is all of Halton added together. In all of Halton, just last month, there were only 305 sales, and that is down 38% compared to December of last year, which was 490. And if you compare to December of 2020, which is 584, this number jumps up to a lot more. We are looking at almost 50%. But yeah, compared to last year, 38% down the market. And if you compare it to the peak of the market, they are down about 70-75%. That's for number of sales on the Toronto Real Estate Board. Now, do not click off because we're just getting started. We're going to get into prices right now. But if you guys enjoy this kind of stuff, please consider subscribing because it does help out the channel a lot. And I always appreciate it. It always cheers me up. So thank you. Thank you. You guys have been very, very, very supportive so far. So let's look at Burlington right now. Same thing as before. I'm going to be comparing the last 4 years, December only. So this is December 2019 all the way to December 2022. A detached house in December in Burlington, on average, these are average prices, was selling for 1.47, and that is a drop of 9% compared to December of last year. Condos are down 14%. They were selling for about 577 in December last month, and that is a drop of from 672, so that makes it a drop of 14%. This is Burlington only. Now let's look at Halton Hills. As I mentioned before, Halton Hills includes some other smaller markets, but majority of the homes there are from Georgetown. So if you live in Georgetown, you can kind of use this as like a rough guideline. But like I said before, it does include other markets. But in all of Halton Hills, average price for detached last month was 1.15. That is a drop of 20% compared to what they were selling for last December, which was 1.44. And condos, they are actually up 16%. See, I don't just bring bad news. There is some good happening, but a bit of a disclosure on that one. It's not a big market. Halton Hills is not really a big market for condos. So there were only 3 sales last December. So, you know, if something sells, if there's only 2-3 sales, it's not really like a big data point. So that's why the numbers tend to be a bit all over the place when the sample size is so small. But they are up to 710 last month, and which is in comparison to December of last year, which was 615. So that would make it a jump of 16%. Keep in mind small sample size. And now if you look at Milton for detached homes, they are down 23% when you compare it to last December. They were selling they were almost at a $2 million mark at one point. So they were selling for 1.77, a detached house in Milton in December 2021. And now they have dropped to 1.36. So that's a drop of 23%. Condos, they are not doing as badly as detached homes, and they are down only 7% to like 617, and that's going down from 666 in December of last year, 666,000. So 7% down for condos. Detached homes are down 23%. Last market I wanted to look at was Oakville. Oakville has a lot of multi-million dollar homes. So these prices tend to be a bit all over the place, especially average prices. But if you're comparing average prices every single December, they went from 1.3 at one point, like 2019, they were selling for 1.3, jumped up almost $400,000 to 1.7, and then made a huge jump again. What is this? Almost like $400,000 again to 2.15 last December. And now they have dropped to 1.8 for an average price, average detached house, and that is a drop of 16% when you compare it to December of last year. Condos are actually up 27%. Now, why is this number a bit all over the place? Condos are generally holding up value better compared to detached homes because a lot of people can still somehow get into the market, whereas a detached house is pretty much out of the question especially for first-time buyers. The reason this is a bit all over the place is because Oakville has like tons of million-dollar condos. So sometimes what will happen is in 1 month, like $5 million condos will sell like $2 million, $3 million, and then it shoots up the market, average price for that month. But then next month, those 5 don't sell, and then it comes crashing down in 1 month. So they tend to be all over the place. But if you guys like a bit more specific information on your building alone or your neighborhood alone, send me a text and I will send that to you. That way you have a better idea how your market is doing, just that pocket versus a whole city. Free of charge, of course, obviously, and you will not be getting any spam calls or emails from me. I'm not going to try to sell your house. But I think it's just good to stay on top of the market. So that is Oakville, down 16% in detached homes, 27% up. Now, I want to share this with you guys as well. This is an important stat the Toronto Real Estate Board uses. It's a very rough guideline. It's not like a very scientific point. But what they say is that if this number, which is called SNLR, it just means like how many listings are coming up, how many are selling. So if this number is above 60%, it is considered a seller's market. And if this is below 40%, it's a buyer's market. And anything in between 40 to 60, it is a balanced market. So what I'm doing is I'm comparing last December 2021. And so you can see here all the numbers are above 75%. Oakville was at 77.7. Burlington was at 81.7. So a strong seller's market. And in 1 year, what has happened, they have dropped all the way to around 45-50%, which would make it technically a balanced market. But just by being out in the field and just seeing how long things are sitting on the market for, I would say we are in a buyer's market. If we're not now, we probably will be in a couple of months, because every single month this has been going down since I'd say about April of 2022 when the rate hikes kicked in. So something to keep in mind, whether you are thinking of selling or buying, right? This affects both parties. Yeah, please do a lot of research before you guys sign anything. And if you guys want some like honest opinion on how the market is going, you can call or text me at this number. Like I said before, I'm not going to try to sell you a house, or I'm not going to try to list your property. But if you guys just want some free information on your neighborhood, you can reach me at this number, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.